I can't believe Emirates still gets away with having these super outdated business class seats on a significant portion of its fleet. Yep, I'm about to fly the Emirates 777-300ER in business class from Dubai to Stockholm. The 777 business class features middle seats, and they don't even lie fully flat. Imagine paying $5,000 for a premium ticket and ending up in that one right there in the middle of the middle. So, coming off my disappointing A380 flight, I'm wondering, are things about to go even further downhill? And yet, the results of this next leg may surprise you. So let's get into it. But first, I have a few hours at DXB, this terminal that seems to stretch on forever, as do the lounges. There are several Emirates lounges across this enormous airport, and this one I'm in now is incredibly long. In fact, it occupies the entire length of the concourse. But I find it not very inviting. There aren't many spots that feel like a cozy place to hole up for a few hours and relax or get work done. The food is not bad, there are interesting local dishes and the like, so that's okay. But I really don't think open-plan lounge designs are the way to go. You get a feeling of space, but you also get noise from the terminal, and it's hard to make a big open space like this feel cozy, which for me is the number one thing a lounge should do. It should insulate you from the terminal, give you quiet and mental calm. Give me Cathay's The Pier as an example, and I'm very happy. What do you think about this topic? Do you disagree? I'm curious to know. But the worst of it was trying to take a shower. I should have reserved a room as soon as I got here because an hour later there was a huge queue. I waited about half an hour and they were clearly rushed. The room was not properly cleaned, and I was honestly skeeved out taking a shower in there. Well, much like the A380 flight before it, that lounge in Concourse A, Dubai, did not impress me very much. I made my way over to Concourse C now, which is where my gate is going to be for the Stockholm flight in about 20-30 minutes. We're starting boarding. I'm going to take a quick look at the Concourse C lounge to see if it's any different. It's just as busy over here, if not more. Crazy how many people are in this airport. This one is slightly better, but not that much. The free Costa coffee was fun. This is also not the concourse my flight departs from, so it's a long trek down to my gate. Things are very busy here, in case you needed further evidence of the popularity Dubai is enjoying right now. But anyway, here's my 777. Like most av geeks, I absolutely love this airplane, and I don't get the chance to fly on many these days, so this is a happy sight. One bit of luck today, a mostly empty business cabin. In a dense configuration like this, that's going to make a big difference. And design-wise, you could certainly pick these seats apart, much like the rest of the Emirates offering, which caters to a very particular taste that I don't really share, but it all looks so old school and unusual, I'm kind of into it. And the seat is actually pretty comfortable. There's lots of legroom, plus there's a good privacy divider, so if you get a window seat, you're in pretty good shape. Super tired. Didn't sleep enough. 8 a.m. flight. Champagne. What are you gonna do? Service starts off well too. Champagne arrives at my seat almost as quickly as I do. For now, there's no one next to me. Hopefully it stays that way. It's actually really kind of nice cabin in a funny way. It's more golden and ridiculous than the last one, but I almost prefer it. At least they're going all the way with it. And it's the 777, which has retro charm already. The windows are a little bit scuffed up. I'm hoping it doesn't mess with the takeoff views, etc. And because it's 8 a.m. and I've just been flying for the past 24 hours, it makes sense to have another champagne, right? I think this is my 11th drink of the trip. It's not a problem if you're flying. And the cabin crew on this one seemed much better already. The flight attendant that greeted me by name for one thing, which didn't happen on the last one, and he seems very nice and professional too, so let's see how it goes. Pop music on boarding is a notable difference from the likes of Qatar and Turkish. Which do you prefer, something more traditional and soothing, or the latest hits? Wait till you see the views we get of Dubai after takeoff. They are amazing and make me forget that busy terminal and the crappy lounges. Now just sit back, relax, and bask in the sound of that GE90 as we rocket out of here. And while we're doing that, would you do me a big favor and hit that like button? Of course, I'd love it if you subscribe too and leave a comment. But just a quick tap of the like button makes a big difference. It helps the video reach more viewers, and that helps me grow the channel, which in turn helps me make more videos. But if you're one of those commenters who thinks I'm just a whiny elitist complainer, you don't have to like the video, it's okay. Because when you leave hostile comments below, that also helps the video reach more people. So either way works. However, I'm not yet managing to follow my therapist's advice and just ignore the hostile comments, so just know that I will probably throw some mean words right back at you, okay? Love you. Yeah, I mean, this seat is kind of old and janky. It's definitely a little tricky to actually get comfortable in, but this cabin has such a vibe somehow, which the A380 I felt somehow lacked. I'm having way more fun on this one. This is more what I kind of expected from Emirates coming in. You've got power at the seat, you've got this extra screen remote thing, and the screen is in front of you on the wall there, and it's big enough. So it all works pretty well. As mentioned in the last video, the ICE system is packed full of good content. Emirates is a real winner on this front. And time for some breakfast. I think this will be my third breakfast of the day, but I'm not saying no. It's a cold plate with lots of meat. It's all fine. And I've got an iced Americano again. If an airline wants to win me over, having this on the menu goes a long way. I appreciate the decorations in here, like the flowers on the bulkhead, and I'm drinking tons of these Vitality Boost juices to offset the champagne. It's working pretty well. I asked the flight attendant, who is super friendly, to set up the bedding so I have the option to sleep, and it's quite comfortable to lounge in and watch some TV. Makes the seat even nicer to sit in. I love that they have the stars in the ceiling on this as well. And very quickly, it's time for lunch. A big plate of tasty olives goes great with this Arabic meze. And the roasted chicken dish is not bad at all, if maybe less memorable. This flight is kind of a perfect length at just over 6 hours. I got a couple hours sleep, had 2 meals, watched some episodes of Succession, and got to enjoy that 777 wing view for a nice long stretch. And now it's time to land at Arlanda. So what do you know? I expected this to be the inferior of my 2 Emirates flights today, and it actually redeemed the airline for me somewhat. I really enjoyed this leg. Is it an airline I'll dream about flying again? No. But if the price is right, will I book it again? For sure. Thanks for coming along. And in case you're new here, check out a couple of these other videos here you might want to watch. They're very positive reviews,